Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. We are here live at Southern New Mexico Realty with Mark Flack, the owner of Mortgage Pro here in Ruidoso. And just wanted to take a few minutes to talk to him, somebody in the mortgage lending business, to see how all of this COVID-19 pandemic is affecting mortgage interest rates and refinancing, things like that. So thanks for being with us today, Mark.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. So what are you seeing as far as direct effects from all of this going on in your world here?
So we did see a few weeks ago where the Fed lowered the Fed rate. Of course, everybody thinks that the Fed rate is mortgage rate. They are eventually tied to mortgage rates, but they are not mortgage rates. So what we've seen is the rates have gone down a little bit, not like they're projecting that they will. So just before they lowered the Fed rate, interest rates were pretty low already, and people were already trying to refinance. I know one bank had 8,000 customers in one day go into and put in a refinance application. Wow. So right now what we've seen is, with the market being unstable and with the Dow and everything up and down fluctuating, we've seen some inconsistency in mortgage rates, particularly in refinances. Right now, with the lenders being overwhelmed and having too many to actual process, they have falsely keeping interest rates high on refinances. Okay. So like if you wanted to get a refinance, and I have many people calling me and saying, well, yes, they're going to go back down, but right now would not be the time to refinance because their interest rates on a refinance are probably 1% higher than they are on a purchase. When it used to be that you got the same exact pricing. So what we're seeing from the lenders, multiple lenders, we've talked to dozens of lenders, and they're all basically doing the same thing because they're so overwhelmed right now with the loans they have in-house. Okay. They are saying, every single one of my lenders are saying, look, it's temporary until the market stabilizes, and then we're going to get back to normal. Can I give you a date when that's going to be? No. Sure. Yeah. So, okay. But again, like purchases, they're a little bit better on purchases and stuff.
Okay. So. All right. So are you seeing a lot of activity? Well, and one of the questions what I had was, like, if somebody does say, okay, on a new purchase, the interest rate is low right now, and I want to go ahead and move forward, but maybe their job has been affected. They've had to close their business, or let's say the number of their hours is cut.
Right.
How is that affecting them being able to qualify?
So I've had that happen where basically, especially on self-employed borrowers, that they've actually basically had to do a letter saying, yes, the coronavirus has affected our business, but these are the things we're doing to offset and still bring people to our doors. So we've had people do that already several times, and then sometimes, depending on what field they are, they're actually getting busier stuff. So it does affect it. Okay. So one of the things that has come up is lower credit score interest rates. So back before all this happened, if you were doing a government FHA, USDA, VA loan, as long as your credit score was fairly decent, 640 and above, you pretty much got the same interest rate whether you were 740 and above. Okay. They just passed these things this week, or Monday and late Friday, that they are much stricter on the lower credit scores. So right now, if you have a lower credit score, it's going to be a little tougher. Now they are also saying that this is temporary for right now, until they figure out what's going on. And so I just got off the phone with a rep, and that's what he just told me. So.
Okay. So we did talk about interest rates as far as refinance. So if you are going to, say, refinance your home, what kind of other costs are involved? It's not just a free thing to do.
No. So what you'll see is that you'll see people sending you letters in the mail talking about refinance rates are at all-time low and stuff like that. They are low. Right now, like I said before, refinances are they're super overwhelmed with refinances, so they're kind of have a little bit of hold on them. But interest rates are particularly going to come back down. but you got to remember that you're going to have closing costs, you have title company fees, you'll have appraisal fee, you'll have a survey if you've done any changes to the property, you could have surveys. So refinances are not free. Now you can roll those costs into the loan as long as you have enough equity in the property to do so. So there is ways around not having to come up with any money at closing, but you're still going to pay for it because the title company has to get paid, surveyors have to get paid, appraisers have to get paid. So there are fees associated with this loan, but we can work around that as long as you have the equity in your property. Another thing I want to talk about is interest rates are really good right now, especially on purchases, because they're giving more priority to purchases. We were locking people on a 30-year fixed rate, no points, no origination at 3.47 this morning. So purchases are right now, like I said, they're giving more priority to them. Refinances, they're kind of holding them because they're so busy right now with refinances. They're waiting until they clear some out of their pipeline before they lower the interest rates back down on those, and then we can jump on. I have a list of people that I've written down that have their phone numbers that I'm going to call as soon as the interest rates get, because they've already called me. So if you're thinking about that, give us a call.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Do you want to go ahead and give your contact information in case some of our viewers are trying to pick your brain a little bit more?
Sure. Mark Flack, Mortgage Pro, 575-257-5900. We are always available, nights, weekend. Call whatever you need and we'll work with you. Like I said before, there is some craziness in the market right now, but we believe it is temporary. We believe that all the adjustments that they have made will eventually go back to normal as soon as we kind of know what's going on in the system. Hopefully, if you call me, we'll get you pre-qualified and I'll tell you exactly what it's gonna take.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Southern New Mexico Realty. We are right next door to Starbucks at 2722 Sudderth Drive. Suite B, our phone number is 575-257-1111. And again, Mark, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much.